And I think most of you must have seen it is a woman with 10 hands and she's juggling like 10 things, a spatula, a laptop and a mobile, etc. I think it's a very wrong picture. I think that picture needs to change. We all need to change. That picture needs to have that woman standing with her husband, with her child, with her family members, all of them sharing that, so that the woman does not feel guilty or pressurized that I cannot prioritize my work to be able to be done, and I can leave some of my home responsibilities behind and concentrate on my work for some time.
Pallavi, you belong to the business and engineering domain, but play a role as global co-lead for the Women's Resource Group. What has been your experience about challenges for retaining talented women?
So I think, first of all, I think it's been brought up a couple of times that it's very easy to hire, and we hire a lot of women at entry levels, at lower levels. The problem starts that as we progressively move up the ladder, we see the numbers dwindle. So by the time we reach the mid-senior levels or the leadership levels, the number is pretty low. It's not that women don't want to be there. What we need to understand is why they don't end up there. And the root problem lies in the fact that our perception is that when it's a leadership role or when it's a supervisory role, the demands of the job are such that it requires a 24/7 commitment, it requires full-time attention, and with all the other priorities that we juggle, they're not very sure if they want to make that kind of commitment. And that's where most women voluntarily take a step back and say that maybe this is not where I want to be, and so I think organizations need to have, or I would say it's twofold. It's the organizations as well as home. From an organization perspective, the workplace should have a culture, like you said, where women don't feel that I have to work 10 or 12 hours just to prove myself that I'm just as good or just as competent as the other person who's sitting there and working for 10 or 12 hours. As long as I work smartly, I do my job well, and I'm good at what I'm doing, she should have that confidence in herself that yes, I can pick up the job and I can do it. So organizations need to build that confidence within their women to be able to do that. The second piece of it is also having safe environments within organizations like the Women's Resource Group, where they can sit together and discuss all of this, right? So I might want to talk to one of my peers who's going through a similar problem. I might want to talk to a mentor who I might look for direction that I'm facing this particular challenge in my professional career and how do I go about solving it. So those kind of environments being made available to women is very, very important. Now coming to the home front, I think that the one picture that usually comes to my mind, and I think most of you must have seen it, is a woman with 10 hands and she's juggling like 10 things, a spatula, a laptop and a mobile, etc. I think it's a very wrong picture. I think that picture needs to change. We all need to change. That picture needs to have that woman standing with her husband, with her child, with her family members, all of them sharing that, so that the woman does not feel guilty or pressurized that I cannot prioritize my work to be able to be done, and I can leave some of my home responsibilities behind and concentrate on my work for some time. So if we have that mindset shift within our people, like you said, D&I is more about how we are conditioned over a long period of time. If we change that mindset, I don't think any hiring manager on his own will think that I prefer the guy over the lady. It's just that inherently he'll think, oh, but what would happen if she's not available because she has to go somewhere? I would rather put my money on the guy because I know he'll be available for me whenever I need him to be there. That shift needs to happen. We need to build that confidence within ourselves and within our women population that they'll be able to do it. And we need to support them to make that happen.